on to the playground, when Belcarra Parent and Toddler Group was formed back in 2002, this group set up actually in the community centre shortly after it was opened at the time. A gaping need existed for the provision of a children's playground, and it was further identified in the Belcarra Community Futures 2012-2017 survey. Our community was pleasantly surprised to hear that funding would be provided towards the playground. This funding composed of a 50,000 contribution from Clore, Mayo County Council contributed 26,000, our community here in Belcarra contributed 4,000, all totalling €80,000. It's a very generous sum, and you will see the results for yourself later on in the morning. The provision of this funding initiated another very significant development, namely the purchase of the field from the diocese at a cost of 100,000. That would actually happen this time last year. So this is the field surrounding the area here that everyone can see. The development and the construction of the playground by Murphy's Playground Service was completed just last September, and as you can see, it is finished to a very high standard. It is very well utilised to date and has become the newly energised village hub. We gather at the epicentre of Belcarra village, surrounded by beautifully crafted buildings, structures and amenities, not least a natural setting, unsurpassed for its flora and fauna, biodiversity, including a bat sanctuary and a bee hotel. Who'd have known? There's a saying going round Belcarra, Belcarra goes batty. Now lest you think we'll be sitting on our laurels, you think again. Our community look forward to future projects with great passion, to include the development of this Belcarra Park area to my right, the provision of childcare facilities to include a creche, preschool and after school, to mention but a few. Also funding towards the provision of a wheelchair swing in the playground. There's a space actually reserved for this facility, and it is hoped that it will be of special benefit to those who need it, making the playground an all-inclusive facility. We wish to extend sincere thanks to each and all for your help, inspiration and motivation all down the years. To the many individuals and organisations, including Minister Michael Ring and your department, and your recent announcement of 92,000 towards village enhancement. This is a very generous contribution, Michael, and we thank you most sincerely. We wish you a long political life, and we hope that you continue to serve your country well, and more so your county. We thank Peter Gill and his staff. Peter has done Trojan work here in the area of setting up and developing this playground. Thank you, Peter. Joanna Connor and her team, and is the tourism officer of Mayo County Council. Anne Sweeney, senior engineer. Anne knows Belcarra inside out. I can't see you, Anne. We'll give you a temporary abode one of these days. To our local councillors, you never seem to forget Belcarra in your budgets, and we hope that doesn't change. We look forward to that. We thank Father Dennis Carney and the Parish Finance Committee. To Murphy's Playground Service, Declan Biggins, our local contractor, who did a great job here and was a bit pressured yesterday and the day before, Declan. Thank you. The RSS scheme, we have TOOS. Thank you to Clore, Southwest Mayo Leader, Rapid Funding, Community Enhancement Programme. I hope I haven't left out anybody. Martin Delan, Rural Development Officer. Margaret MacDonald for her artwork on the Riverside brochure. Mick Kane at Mayo County Council, Costello Shop Fitters and Cara Kitchens. Thank you to all. To our local community for their ongoing support and fundraising towards the Belcarra Lotto. It is our main source of funding for almost 20 years, and really it has served our community so well. We really need to have some new recruits and some maybe new ideas to further enhance our fundraising. We are still in debt. To the adjoining landowners whose cooperation meant so much, in particular Noel Costello, Marion Coleman and Damien Coleman. Irish Water for granting us permissible access to the side of the treatment plant. To Belcarra Feroiga, who developed a lovely sensory garden back on our right hand side and erected the historic hoarding at the entrance to the village. To Linda and Chris Huxley, both for their foresight in 1999 to preserve the grassland area bordering the riverbank, as well as being a continuous source of information and guidance in nature-related projects. Finally, to all the committees in Belcarra who epitomise the meaning of volunteerism. All the committees work together night and day, through hail, rain and sunshine, many behind the scenes, with a sense of pride and purpose, not to mention a civic spirit, with the ultimate goal of creating a sustainable and cohesive community here in Belcarra. Thank you.